Have you ever wondered why, despite eating what you believe are healthy foods, taking supplements, and even staying physically active, your body still feels weaker than it used to? Why simple movements that once felt effortless, standing up from a chair, carrying grocery bags, climbing a few stairs, or maintaining your balance while walking, slowly become more difficult with every passing year? Many people over the age of 60 assume this is just a normal part of aging. But there is something much more important happening inside your body that you need to understand. This condition is called sarcopenia, and it affects millions of older adults around the world. Sarcopenia is the gradual loss of muscle size, strength, and function that occurs as we age. It is not simply about looking thinner or losing weight. It is about your body losing the very tissue that helps you stay independent, active, and strong. The most concerning part is that this process can happen quietly. You may not notice your muscles shrinking day after day, but internally, your body may be losing the ability to rebuild muscle as efficiently as it once did. Think about your muscles like a building that requires constant maintenance. Every day, small amounts of damage occur inside your muscle fibers because of movement, activity, and normal stress. When you are younger, your body quickly repairs that damage and rebuilds the muscle even stronger. But as we get older, that repair process slows down. If your body does not receive the right nutrients, your muscles begin losing the battle between breakdown and rebuilding. Research has shown that older adults can experience significant muscle loss over time if they do not take steps to protect their strength. This loss can affect much more than physical appearance. It can influence your balance, your energy levels, your ability to perform daily tasks, and your confidence in your own body. The good news is that losing muscle is not something you simply have to accept. Your muscles can still respond to the right nutrition and lifestyle choices even later in life. The food you choose, especially at the beginning of your day, can play an important role in giving your body the materials it needs to maintain and rebuild muscle. In this video, we are going to explore 5 breakfast foods that can support muscle health and help protect against age-related muscle decline. These are simple foods that you can find at regular grocery stores and include in your daily routine. But before we reveal those powerful muscle-supporting options, we first need to talk about the breakfast mistakes many people make without realizing it. Because the truth is, some common breakfast choices may not be giving your muscles what they need. In fact, certain foods that appear convenient or even healthy could be working against your strength goals when consumed regularly. After working with older adults struggling with muscle weakness, many health professionals have noticed a common pattern. People often focus on calories, weight control, or avoiding certain foods, but they forget one of the most important priorities after 60, preserving muscle. Your body needs high-quality protein, essential nutrients, and the right balance of foods to support muscle repair throughout the day. Before we continue, take a moment and think about your own experience. Are you noticing more weakness than before? Do you struggle with balance, climbing stairs, lifting objects, or recovering after physical activity? Share your age and your biggest muscle-related challenge in the comments, because understanding these experiences helps create a better conversation around healthy aging. Now, let's look at what is actually happening inside your muscles while you sleep, because this process explains why your first meal of the day matters so much. While you are sleeping, your body is not simply resting. Behind the scenes, your muscles are going through a constant cycle of breakdown and repair. During the day, normal activity creates tiny microscopic tears in your muscle fibers. This may sound harmful, but it is actually part of how muscles adapt and become stronger. When your body detects this small amount of damage, it begins a repair process. Special cells and biological signals work together to rebuild those damaged fibers. The goal is to make them stronger and better prepared for future activity. This is one of the reasons resistance training and movement can help maintain muscle as we age. However, this repair process requires something essential: the right building materials. Your body needs amino acids, proteins, vitamins, and minerals to rebuild muscle tissue effectively. Without those nutrients, your body may struggle to complete the repair process. This is why breakfast can be such an important opportunity. After several hours without food during sleep, your muscles are ready for nourishment. Providing your body with quality nutrients in the morning can help support the rebuilding process and give your muscles the fuel they need for the day ahead. Unfortunately, many older adults begin their mornings with foods that do not provide enough support for muscle maintenance. They may choose options that are quick and familiar, but these choices often lack the nutrients their aging muscles need most. So before we reveal the 5 breakfast foods that can help protect your muscles, let's first examine 5 common breakfast choices that may not be helping your strength. Understanding what to reduce or replace is just as important as knowing what to add. The first food on the list is something found in many households around the world: white bread. White bread has become a common breakfast choice because it is convenient, inexpensive, and easy to prepare. Many people eat it with butter, jam, or other toppings without thinking about how it affects their body. But the way your body processes refined carbohydrates can create challenges for maintaining stable energy and supporting muscle health. When you eat white bread, it is quickly broken down into glucose, causing blood sugar levels to rise rapidly. Your body responds by releasing insulin to help move that sugar from your bloodstream into your cells. While insulin is an important hormone, repeated large spikes in blood sugar can create an unhealthy pattern, especially when your overall diet lacks enough protein and nutrients. The problem is that your muscles need a consistent supply of quality nutrients to repair themselves. A breakfast that mainly provides refined carbohydrates may leave your body without the essential building blocks needed for maintaining muscle tissue. Many people choose white bread because they believe they are making a practical decision. It is fast, filling, and familiar. But small daily habits repeated over years can have a major impact on your health. One example is Margaret, a 62-year-old woman who came for help because she was experiencing several signs of muscle decline. She struggled to stand up from a chair without using her arms for support. Carrying groceries had become difficult. Walking upstairs felt unsafe, and she constantly felt tired even after getting enough sleep. She had also experienced falls, which increased her family's concern. When her eating habits were reviewed, one pattern stood out. Every morning before starting her day, Margaret regularly ate 2 slices of white toast with butter. She believed it was a simple and reasonable breakfast choice. After changing her breakfast routine and replacing those foods with more muscle-supporting options, Margaret began noticing improvements. She had more energy, felt stronger, and regained confidence in her daily activities. Her experience highlights an important lesson. Sometimes improving your health does not require complicated changes. It can begin with small decisions you make every morning. And white bread is only the first example. There are other common breakfast habits that many people follow every day without realizing how they may affect muscle health. In the next part, we will look at another popular morning choice that millions of people rely on for energy, but may not be using it in the best way for their muscles. The truth is that losing muscle as we age is not something that happens overnight. It is a slow process that often begins quietly, almost invisibly, until one day you suddenly notice that simple tasks are no longer as easy as they used to be. Maybe you struggle to open a tight jar lid. Maybe carrying grocery bags feels heavier than before. Or perhaps getting up from a chair requires more effort than it did a few years ago. Many people dismiss these signs as just getting older, but your muscles are actually sending you important signals. They are telling you that they need better support, better nutrition, and the right building blocks to repair themselves. Every night while you sleep, your body is working behind the scenes. Your muscles are not simply resting. They are going through a constant cycle of breakdown and repair. Throughout the day, normal movement, exercise, and even daily activities create tiny microscopic stresses inside your muscle fibers. This may sound concerning, but this process is completely natural. Those small changes are what tell your body that it needs to rebuild and become stronger. However, the rebuilding process depends on one crucial factor: having the right nutrients available. Your muscles cannot repair themselves with empty calories. They need high-quality protein, healthy fats, vitamins, and minerals that provide the raw materials for growth. This is why breakfast becomes such an important moment for older adults. After several hours without food during sleep, your body is ready to receive nutrients that can support muscle recovery and maintenance. Unfortunately, many seniors start their day with foods that do not provide what their muscles need. In fact, some common breakfast choices may be making the problem worse. They may look convenient, familiar, or even healthy on the surface, but they can fail to provide the essential nutrients required to protect muscle strength. One of the biggest mistakes many older adults make is choosing breakfast foods based only on convenience. A quick piece of toast, a bowl of cereal, or a simple cup of coffee may seem harmless, but your first meal of the day sets the direction for how your body functions for the next several hours. If you begin the day without enough protein and muscle-supporting nutrients, your body may struggle to maintain the muscle tissue you already have. Let's start with one of the most common breakfast foods found in kitchens around the world: white bread. For generations, white bread has been considered a simple and easy breakfast option. It is inexpensive, fast to prepare, and often paired with butter, jam, or other familiar toppings. But the problem is not that eating a slice of bread once in a while will suddenly destroy your muscles. The concern comes from making refined carbohydrates the foundation of your daily breakfast, especially when they replace more nutrient-dense foods. When you eat highly refined carbohydrates like white bread, your body quickly breaks them down into glucose. This can cause a rapid rise in blood sugar, followed by a strong insulin response. Insulin plays an important role in the body, but constantly relying on foods that create large blood sugar swings may not be ideal for maintaining stable energy and supporting healthy metabolism. The bigger issue is that white bread provides very little protein compared to what aging muscles require. After a night of fasting, your muscles benefit from receiving amino acids, the small building blocks that help maintain and repair muscle tissue. A breakfast centered around refined carbohydrates may leave your body without enough of those important nutrients. Imagine starting a construction project, but delivering only paint and decorations while forgetting the bricks, wood, and tools needed to build the structure. That is similar to what happens when your breakfast gives your body energy, but not enough material for muscle repair. This is exactly what happened with Margaret, a 62-year-old woman who noticed her strength slowly disappearing. She was not ignoring her health. In fact, she believed she was making practical choices. Every morning before work, she followed the same routine: 2 slices of white toast with butter. It was quick, familiar, and helped her feel full before starting her busy day. But over time, Margaret began noticing changes. Standing up from a chair became difficult. Carrying groceries required more effort. Walking upstairs made her feel unstable, and she started worrying about losing her independence. The most frightening moment came when she experienced multiple falls within a short period of time. When her eating habits were reviewed, one thing became clear. Her breakfast was filling her stomach, but it was not giving her muscles what they needed. After changing her morning routine and replacing refined carbohydrates with more protein-rich foods, Margaret gradually noticed improvements. She had more energy throughout the day, felt more confident moving around, and found daily activities becoming easier again. Her story highlights an important lesson. Protecting your muscles does not always require complicated solutions. Sometimes it begins with simple changes to the choices you make every morning. The next breakfast habit is one that surprises many people because millions of seniors begin their day with it. For many, it feels like a healthy ritual. It is warm, comforting, and often considered a source of energy. That habit is drinking coffee before eating anything. Coffee itself is not automatically a problem. Many studies have shown that coffee can fit into a healthy lifestyle for many people. The concern comes from how and when it is consumed, especially when someone depends on caffeine first thing in the morning while skipping a balanced meal. When you wake up, your body naturally experiences changes in hormones that help you become alert and ready for the day. Drinking large amounts of caffeine on an empty stomach may increase feelings of stress or create unwanted effects for some people. For older adults who are already struggling with muscle weakness, relying on coffee instead of a nutrient-rich breakfast can become a problem. A cup of coffee can provide stimulation, but it does not provide the amino acids, protein, and nutrients needed for muscle maintenance. Many seniors drink coffee because they feel tired, but sometimes the tiredness they are experiencing is not simply because they need more caffeine. It may be because their body is not receiving the nutrition required to maintain strength. James learned this lesson the hard way. At 62 years old, James was working extremely demanding hours. He worked overnight shifts and then continued with another job during the day. His schedule left almost no time for proper meals, so coffee became his solution. 6. Sometimes 8 cups a day became normal. Many mornings, coffee was the first and only thing he consumed. At first, it seemed like caffeine was helping him survive his exhausting routine, but eventually, James noticed that something was changing. He felt weaker. Tasks that were once easy became difficult. His energy disappeared despite drinking more coffee than ever. The caffeine was keeping him awake, but it was not giving his muscles what they needed. After changing his eating habits and creating a better morning routine focused on muscle-supporting foods, James slowly regained his strength. He was able to handle his work better, had more energy, and even found the strength to spend quality time with his grandson again. His transformation showed that sometimes the answer is not simply adding more of something. Sometimes it is about giving your body what it has been missing. And now we come to another breakfast food that many people believe is healthy because it contains protein. But there is an important difference between simply eating protein and choosing protein sources that truly support your body. This next food is found in millions of breakfasts every morning: processed meat. The fifth and final food on this list may be the one that surprises you the most, because it is something that has been valued for generations, especially in traditional Chinese medicine. It is simple, affordable, and often overlooked, yet it provides your aging muscles with a combination of nutrients that can support strength, recovery, and overall vitality. We are talking about nuts and seeds. Many people think of nuts as just a snack, something you eat occasionally when you are hungry. But when you understand what is happening inside your body after you consume them, you begin to see why they can be such a powerful addition to a muscle-supporting breakfast. Nuts and seeds provide a unique combination of plant-based protein, healthy fats, minerals, and antioxidants that work together to create an environment where your muscles can better recover and maintain their strength. After you eat nuts and seeds in the morning, your body begins breaking them down into valuable nutrients that support many important processes. The healthy fats, including omega-3 fatty acids, found in foods like walnuts and chia seeds, help support a balanced inflammatory response in the body. This matters because excessive inflammation can make it harder for muscles to recover after daily activity. When your muscles are protected and supported, they have a better opportunity to repair themselves and remain functional as you age. But the benefits do not stop there. Nuts and seeds also contain important minerals like magnesium and zinc, which play essential roles in hundreds of processes throughout the body, including those involved in energy production and muscle function. Magnesium helps support normal muscle contractions, while zinc contributes to many repair and recovery processes. Together, these nutrients help create the foundation your body needs to maintain muscle quality. A study that followed older adults who regularly included mixed nuts and seeds in their breakfast found improvements in several areas related to muscle health, including better recovery, improved strength markers, and greater physical function. The researchers suggested that the combination of healthy fats, minerals, and plant nutrients helped create conditions that allowed muscles to function more efficiently. So how should you add nuts and seeds to your breakfast? The key is choosing the right options. Look for raw, unsalted varieties whenever possible. Almonds, walnuts, pumpkin seeds, and chia seeds are excellent choices because they provide a variety of nutrients without unnecessary additives. You can add a handful to plain Greek yogurt, sprinkle them over eggs, or combine them with other protein-rich foods to create a balanced breakfast. A simple combination could be a small portion of mixed nuts along with a serving of seeds. This gives your body healthy fats, minerals, and additional protein that can complement the other muscle-building foods we discussed. Now, after learning about these 5 breakfast foods that can support your muscles, it is important to remember one thing. Rebuilding strength does not happen overnight. Your body responds to consistency. The foods you choose every morning, the movement you include throughout your day, and the habits you repeat over time all work together. Many people reach their later years believing that losing strength is simply unavoidable. They think weakness, difficulty climbing stairs, trouble carrying groceries, or feeling tired all the time are just normal parts of getting older. But while aging does bring changes to the body, there are many things you can do to support your strength and independence. The goal is not to become a completely different person overnight. The goal is to give your body the tools it needs to continue working for you. Every meal is an opportunity. Every breakfast is a chance to provide your muscles with the nutrients they need to stay active and resilient. Think about the people we talked about earlier. Margaret struggled to rise from a chair and felt like her strength was disappearing. James depended on caffeine just to survive his exhausting schedule. Sarah believed her daily processed breakfast was helping her stay strong. Dorothy followed what she thought was the perfect low-fat routine, but continued becoming weaker. Harold believed his cereal was keeping him healthy, while his muscles slowly lost what they needed. Their situations were different, but the lesson was the same. Small daily choices can have a powerful impact over time. The foods you eat every morning may seem like a small detail, but those choices add up. A breakfast that lacks enough protein and nutrients may leave your muscles without the support they need, but a breakfast built around high-quality protein, healthy fats, and essential nutrients can help you maintain your strength and continue doing the activities you love. So tomorrow morning, instead of reaching automatically for the same routine, take a moment and ask yourself one simple question. Is this breakfast helping my muscles or making it harder for them to recover? That one question could change the way you think about aging and nutrition. If you found this information valuable, share your thoughts in the comments. Tell us your age, what breakfast you usually eat, and what challenges you have noticed with strength, balance, or energy. Your experience could help someone else who is going through the same struggle. And if you want more science-based health information designed to help you age stronger, healthier, and more independently, make sure to subscribe. Every week, we create content focused on helping you understand your body better and make informed decisions about your health. Remember, getting older does not mean giving up your strength. Your body is always responding to the choices you make. The right habits, practiced consistently, can help you protect your muscles, support your independence, and continue enjoying the life you have worked so hard to build. Thank you for watching. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next video.